Please stand. Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. Today is November 7th, 2019. This is the Environmental Conservation Board. We have an agenda that we're going to follow. The first item is Homeland Towers LLC. It was a planning board referral. Could you just please state your name and who you're here for?
Sure. Good evening, Honorable Chairman and members of the board. Robert Gaudioso with the law firm of Snyder & Snyder on behalf of Homeland Towers and New York SMSA Limited Partnership doing business as Verizon Wireless.
Okay. I just wanted to inform you that I know that the planning board has denied your application for
Correct.
this. And since it was a referral to us, we can't review the plans at this time, okay? So we have to take it off the agenda, and we can't review the application.
So just for the record, we did submit an application for two items of the proposal. One being the utilities, which are underground and run through the existing access drive, which are within the 100-foot buffer area. And we made an application for that. And in that application, we argued that that those utilities should be permitted as a letter of permission rather than a public hearing. We also proposed as part of the application a improvement to the existing drainage facilities, part of which were also within the 100-foot buffer. And in our cover letter, we cited to the fact that we believe that that's actually an exempt feature under the Town Code, Section 89-12D, Item 10. And in the alternative, we requested whatever permits are necessary. So I believe it was a bit more than just the referral.
I understand that, but based on the fact that it's been denied by the planning board, we can no longer process this application, okay?
So the board's position is you're taking no position.
The board's position is as it's this time, we cannot process the application.
Okay, very
All
well.
right? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. The next item is the Water Club at Lake Mayapack Condo, 141 East Lake Boulevard, a beach renovation. Is that you? Yep. Could you please state your name and why you're here? Good night, guys.
Paul Revens, engineer for the project.
Okay. You want to walk us through the project?
So basically, the wall is in disrepair. It's leaning, the existing wall. We want to replace it with this vinyl sheet piling product that has hollow cores, which will be filled with concrete. You can see the specifications on the product on the last page.
Okay, so I'm going to need a few, nice. All right, so these are driven down, how deep?
They come in,
Please speak into the microphone.
I'm sorry, they come in 7-foot lengths. So they're going to be going down below the frost line.
So how deep are these going to be installed?
So
48 inches, 42 inches?
Below the fourth line.
below the frost line. Yeah, so they'll be about 8 inches below the frost line because it's only coming about 2 feet above.
This is not going in the water, this is going on the land, or this is in the water?
This is
In the water.
in the water. There's existing concrete wall that's there now that's broken. We're
Okay.
going to be removing that and putting this back into the same location.
Okay, so right off the bat, you came back here, you came to us in
2000
February of 2014.
Correct. I was one of the people present at that time.
Okay, so just, let me go through the file. I kind of need from you, your application's a little light. And what I mean by light is that how are you going to remove you need to provide us a sequence of work. That you're going to remove the existing concrete wall, how? Are you going to demo it with a hydraulic hammer? Are you gonna do it by hand? I need to know sequence of operation. I'm gonna use a hydraulic means, I need, at the very minimum now, I also need a floating boom near your work area to prevent
Okay.
debris from floating out.
Okay.
So,
There's a few other key things we need to.
So we're gonna like try to use an excavator with a claw. I mean, a lot of the wall's already broken, so we're just gonna try and pull it out.
okay, I need to know that information.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
All right, so I need to.
I know that this was just gonna be
Oh, I didn't
exchange of
know that. I
information,
thought you were
yeah.
looking
This is
for-
information.
This is for informational only?
Well, yeah, I mean, I want your feedback, and then, I'll come back at the next meeting with whatever
Okay, so-
whatever you need.
I need, let's start with the easy stuff first. I'm gonna need a floating boom outside in the, lake while you perform all work there. Once the boom is installed, you're going to have to then notify the town wetlands inspector to, inspect to make sure that the boom is installed correctly. And you may need silt fence if you have work outside the work area that you want. So just going on the plan drawing, just designate to us, silt fence, floating boom. Are you gonna have a storage area for material? Stuff like that, right? Then then if you're gonna have a excavator with a claw, remove all the stuff, we're gonna need a spill kit on site. The machine's gonna have to be stored on 6 mil poly at night, and you need to show us a refueling plan if that machine gets refueled, especially close to the lake.
Right.
So we need to see that too.
We were intending on storing the equipment in the building's parking lot across the street.
Okay,
Do I still need the plastic and everything?
yes, because
Okay.
it's still, it's across the street, the nearest, it's a direct line right to the lake.
Where across the street is? What
The
is-
building is 141 East Lake Boulevard.
Yeah.
This is their beach that they have. That's their
Is the
recreational area.
condos?
The water
Yes.
club.
This is the water club.
That more than 100 feet from the lake?
The building?
I know the building, I'm talking about where you're gonna store the equipment.
Oh, yeah, it'd be more than 100 feet. Because there's the driveway and then there's the parking lot in the back of the building.
Is that where it's gonna go, in the parking lot?
Yeah, we could put it there. It's wherever you want me to put it, whatever's the safest.
Water club, I'll show you. When do you plan on doing this?
At this point, it would probably be April would be the earliest, after the winter, because we're gonna be pouring some concrete in the sheet piling, so.
Okay, now, that gets to the next magic question. So you're gonna be pouring, I'm gonna assume 4,000 PSI concrete in this?
5,000,
5,000, high yield or early setup?
yeah.
All right, you're gonna need to provide a washout, concrete washout for when because you're not gonna you're not gonna, if you run short or over, you can't just wash out in the street, so we have to wash out. You have to provide a concrete washout details, and then during the installation of the concrete, while you're pouring it into basically these plastic forms that are on the lake, you have to come up with some sort of a plan that you're gonna prevent concrete from spilling over into the lake, right? So, think of maybe setting these things and then having a plywood wall.
Yeah, we'll just stand upright,
What?
put the plywood upright,
Yeah,
and then,
something
yeah,
like
just,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what something along those lines. And then a concrete washout for the batch, for the remaining, because even if they dump the whole load, they'll have to still clean out, right? And then you have to have a spill kit on site. Anything else you got there?
Yeah, just a couple of things. We need the deed, so a deed has to be submitted in the file.
Well, a copy of the deed to the
Copy of
beach?
the deed, yeah.
Next to my property.
You can get that from the county clerk. Copy of that, if you don't have one on hand. We'll need if the applicant for this is not the owner of the property, we'll need a letter that says that the owner of the property gives permission for this work to be done.
I believe I gave you a letter of authorization, that was the letter of authorization for me to speak on his behalf. Is that the same thing
Okay,
that
so
you're
now let me
asking?
ask you another question. After you install these.
Let me read it.
After you install, I know I am very familiar with the property, very familiar with the property. So after you install the plastic and the concrete booms, because there's a sand there's a sand beach there, right?
Yeah.
Are you going as a straight line across, or are you gonna follow the contour of that beach?
It's a straight line across.
Okay, and what are you gonna do with the area that's not filled in with sand right now?
Fill it in with sand.
Okay, I need a clean fill certificate
Okay.
for clean fill for that sand
Okay.
material.
There is sand that had been there, and it's kind of washed out into the water.
Well, I
Can
don't.
we reclaim
I
any
really
of
don't
that?
want you dredging,
You're talking about dredging?
No, not dredging, just, pulling
but
sand.
that means you're gonna stick the excavator bucket into the lake with a hydraulic ram
Okay,
in the I mean, you know,
we'll just get new sand.
yeah, that's what I think that'd be more efficient.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, they also have a boat dock there.
I'm not doing anything with the boat dock. You talking about that stone jetty that's kind
Yeah.
of like going out?
There's a permanent dock there. Do they take it in the winter?
What's the length?
They have like you talking about that metal?
Yeah.
I didn't see it the last time I was there. I don't know if that was just a month
Alright,
ago.
so, and you're also putting some steps on this property as well, based on the drawings I see?
Yeah, that would be a precast set of steps.
Okay, so, to me, so are you raising the elevation of, if you're putting this, if these units are, how high are these units? The plastic units?
They come in 7-foot lengths,
So you're gonna,
or any length you want after 7-foot.
alright, so you're gonna drive them down 4 feet?
I'm driving them down until they're level with the existing wall that's there. It's the same height. So there's some dimensions there. I think it's only about 8 inches above the water line.
Okay. Froze this up.
But the steps are there just to make it, safer for people
Yeah,
to go
no, I
into the
get it.
water,
What's the length of this?
It's approximately 100 feet.
You have a latest survey? 'Cause I know there's survey markers out there.
The markers are there, but the survey's also on the front sheet of the plans.
I'm gonna need
I can give you
something
I can give you something
Yeah,
larger.
I need something legible.
You want like a hard copy or
I'd
email?
like a hard copy if you could.
Like a 22 by
Yeah, standard drawing would be fine.
34?
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Okay.
Just so I can read it. 'cause,
How many copies?
We have, how many applications did you submit in here? You gave us
I gave 4 copies
Give us
to
4.
Rose. Okay.
Please. And do you need any other permits besides us?
So you should have copies of the information I got from the DEP there. And from the DEC, it said that there was less than, 5,000 square feet, so they didn't have any objections to anything.
Okay.
So you plan on storing the equipment in the parking lot then?
We could if that makes any
You're gonna drive
difference.
it across the
Yes.
street into the back and around?
Listen, the
I'm just
equipment's probably only going to be there a day at most, 2 days, unless we hit something unforeseen. I mean, maybe you guys have better knowledge of is there a lot of rock under there, or, yeah, I mean, no one knows anything, because,
The wall goes across the whole beach, is that correct? The current one that you're gonna rip out,
There is not
There
one
is
there
not a
now.
wall. The wall that is currently there, not across the beach, on the sides. You're ripping
There's,
that out.
if you look at the,
can I come up?
yeah, there's, on the property, if you're looking at the front of the property, there's a beach, this beach here,
Yes,
okay? This beach, Horseshoe Beach.
yep.
And then on all the way over here to the left, right here, this is the only piece of wall you're removing, correct?
No, there's another wall more towards the blue house.
Over here.
short section.
Are you removing this one and this one?
Yes,
Okay, so you're removing both of these.
because they're leaning.
Yeah, I know.
Sure.
There's no footing there, they were just plopped in place.
I belong to the property next to you. The one with the gazebo. If you're looking at the property to the left.
Mayapack Ridge?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went into Scotty's a couple weeks ago, because I wanted to know if he wanted to repair that wall, so he just kind of kicked me out of the shop.
You must have caught him on a good day. Yeah, no problem. I mean, you have your property lines already set. You're gonna go across. I need to see it, I'd like to see a distance from here to here, how much wall you're putting in, and what's the area in here that you're filling in. I don't want you pulling the sand in.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
So you put your wall in across here,
Too much disturbance.
and then this area, you can fill in with sand.
Clean fill?
I think we need about
Clean
60
sand.
yards of sand, I think.
How much?
About 60 yards.
Probably need more than that. You probably need more than that.
So you're talking
That
about
doesn't need
8
a
inches
certificate,
above the
does it?
spillway
I don't know
level?
what's-
So I just want a certified clean fill
It says
certificate.
certified, okay.
You have a scale, I think. I can't put glasses on right now, my nose is too messed up. I had surgery. So here's my PSA, wear sunscreen.
It's gonna stick out out of the water about 8 inches, and then from the water line to the bottom is 18 inches.
So you're only putting these in 26 inches?
Well, no, I'm going,
The full 7 foot.
yeah, all the way down, even like the frost line.
Now, how are they gonna be installed? Victorian?
Yes.
Okay, they're
The
gonna vibe.
vibrating tank that's on the
Right. I mean, you don't have to worry about settlement of anything.
But this is a better approach than the last time we were here, we talked about excavating and pouring the concrete in place, but this seems to be.
Well, this is like, this is a lot less invasive.